Hi, this is Maisha J, and I wanted to talk a little bit about focusing on excellence instead of focusing on everything else, basically. Aristotle says, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but an habit. So, for the past year, I've been really trying to work on eliminating all the bad habits I have in my life. I can be unorganized, a little get scatterbrained sometimes. So, I really want to focus on eliminating anything bad I did out of my life. So, I would make lists and plans, maybe like for 2 weeks or this month, focus on this one bad habit and read up everything I can to see how to eliminate it, and try implementing those things. And even if I was making progress in that one area, it would get really frustrating because I had so many other areas that I would need to work on, and I felt like those were undermining the progress I might be making in one area. And it was really hard too when you have like friends or family members saying, reminding you that you suck in all these other areas too. It can get really, really frustrating. So I decided today to not focus anymore on trying to fix my bad habits or bad behaviors, but focus more on trying to really develop my good habits and good behaviors. And when you really focus on developing good habits or good behaviors, you bring more good habits and good behaviors to focus on. It's better to focus on the bad than focus on the good, because what you're good at will make room to push out everything you're bad at. Since you want to be really good at something, you'll learn it and master it, and you master all the areas that go along with being good at it. So, just a new way to look at things. When you dwell on good, you bring more good to you. So, um, basically, some steps to building good habits. Um, I thought a good idea would be to have maybe a 30-day conditioning period. Athletes go through this conditioning period to get their bodies ready for this sport or the season they're about to undertake. They might have, over the summer per se, not have worked out as much as they normally would have. So they have this strong, intense conditioning period where they have to be really serious and focused and change up their diet and get their body back in shape to optimal condition. So just like an athlete, if we're not used to doing something, we have to have this conditioning period. So we really need to be really intense on focus on what we're trying to do to get our mind or our body or our environment ready for this new habit you have to undertake. So if you have to like remove things from your life or change the way you think before you develop this new habits, that's that conditioning period. Like really everything needs to change so you can get yourself ready for accomplishing this new goal. You really have to make that new habit every day, especially in the conditioning period. Say if you want the habit of exercise, you say, hey, I'm going to exercise 3 times a week. Going to the gym 3 times a week might be more practical because it might undermine if you have to go to the gym every day. But some type of workout needs to be done every day. If you have some weights in your house and lift and push ups, sit ups, something like 5-10 minutes. And if it's something that you work in your day every day, especially for those first 30 days, it's a habit that will develop like, hey, I have to working out today. Because if you go like 3 days in a row without working out, it's going to turn to 6, 7, 8. So you really have to make sure you do that habit every day when you first start. You should really focus on what you should do instead of what you shouldn't do. Number 3, I went vegan for about I went vegan for 6 months last year, and it was surprisingly a lot easier than I thought it would be. I focused on what I could eat instead of what I couldn't eat. So instead of thinking I can't eat dairy, I can't eat meat, I can't eat sugar, which I love, I can't eat carbs, no carbs either. I focused on the new legumes I could eat, the new fruits I would learn, the new vegetables I would learn, the new dishes, how I have to put them together to make them taste good. And I really enjoyed everything I ate. And I had to come up with a strategy because I had to bring vegan snacks wherever I went. I had to pack my bag. I had to be strategic about preparing my dinner so it was easy. Breakfast was easy so it wasn't a burden. And I had a lot of fun. And most of all, I really liked the way I looked. I had a lot of energy. And I was skinny. Like I got skinny really easily, and I could eat everything as much as I wanted. So eating as much as I want made me happy because I really like to eat. So I during that period when I focused on what I could eat instead of what I couldn't, it made me really successful. Um, Came around the holidays and I started thinking about, oh, I can't eat this fried chicken, I can't eat this, I can't eat that, and it made me really fall off because I was focused on what I could not eat instead of focusing on what I could. So I heard one person put it this way, and it made it really come together for me. It seems like trying to develop a new habit will make you into a robot because you have to have this discipline, hard work, and it always has to be done this way or in this order, or else you'll kind of fall off. Um, he was saying developing a new habit and having the discipline actually frees you because if you look at it one way, like a ballet dancer usually starts around 3 or 4 years old, becoming a ballet dancer, and every day they practice for several hours and they do the same thing over and over and over again, and then once they master that, the same thing over and over and over again. And it seems like it can be really tiring, but not really, because all that time and dedication and drill and maintenance that that ballet dancer has done frees her to be able to dance any piece. When you see a master ballet dancer, they're free. They don't look robotic. They don't look um, bogged down. And when she sees a dance, she can probably pick it up very quickly. Whereas someone who didn't take that time and discipline could not pick it up because they didn't go through the same training that that ballet dancer did. So if we learn to control ourselves and control our habits, it actually frees us not to be slaves to other things. Like when I can control what I eat or what I put in my mouth, it helps me not to be a slave to food. Like if I pass some chocolate, I don't have to have it because I'm not a slave to that because I've controlled my habits. So it's just something to think about, and I wanted to let us have a good day, but I just want us to really learn on focus on excellence instead of focusing on any bad things or promoting any bad things in our life. So speak positively. I love you. Have a great day.